play cause y'all gon' make One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the U.P.K, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. U.P.K the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
You could buy on your own. You could get a lender, get viewings. Too small for a yoga studio, too big for a yoga studio, too much character. Or you could get an agent who is a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to help you find the best space for your business.
Welcome to today. The day where you no longer have to see the world for what it is, but what it could be. The day where you can forget about inheriting someone else's world and make yours instead. Today is that day. To rip up the blueprint, make it what you want. Turn walls to art. Make every screen tell a story. Leave every rule in the rear view. Because with Firefly, the world is what you make it.
Back row.
night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than the ice pick. On you rappers next, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. That's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jits. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a
Check.
Check.
There we go. Most High Christ. You know.
All right, Most High Christ. Let's clap it up. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum to my brothers. Yahweh Shemal Latham by Hashem Yahushua to my sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operating under the leadership and the tutelage of Commander General YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, Christian church, Buddhism, you understand, Catholicism, Muslim, whatever the hell you want to call it out there, you understand? The Israelite school of
Having some technical difficulties. Please hold. Shalom, Nashama. Checking in from Durham. Most High Christ. Yahweh Shema Lathabah Hashem Yahushua. Shalom, Rib of Qadam, Juanita. Yahweh Shema Lathabah Hashem Yahushua. All day.
All right, Most High Christ. Like we said, we're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, Christian church. Understand? The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, we stand on our own toes, our own merit. We've been bringing this truth out since 1969. What is the truth, you may ask? The truth is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Israelites of the Bible. You understand? Of antiquity, man. Of Negroid descent. You understand what I'm saying? We've been getting a lot of flack since 1969 that we are not the real Jews, man. You understand? They talk about us, calling us Power Rangers and all this and that. You understand what I'm saying? But not understanding what the true culture of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is, or the true cultures of us is. You understand what I'm saying? And the problem, you understand, that we face is it be mainly our own people. You understand? But tonight is Friday night, you understand, and the form of fashion of what we do is the Lashawan Qadash. So what we do is go over things that are pertinent to the language. You understand? We talk about how we communicated amongst each other, how we communicated with the angels. You understand how the Most High communicated with us. You understand what I'm saying? How we communicate amongst each other today. You understand? So now if y'all got any questions, y'all put it in the chat. You understand? And we'll get to it, right? You understand? Being that we ain't got the mics like that, I'm gonna just jump right into the lesson. But like I said, if y'all got any questions, we can definitely get into it. You understand? I want to shout out my brother Bada, you understand, from last week. You understand? You know, sister hey Shalom, sister Nashama. You understand? Yahweh Shema Lataba Shem Yahweh Shah. You understand? Bada held it down last week, man. You understand? He went back to the basics, right? You understand? So what we got up here already is the ancient Hebrew, right? And from my understanding, even with me, I love the ancient Hebrew because it was so much easier to write than, you understand, the Assyrian, which is, if you know anything about the Assyrian, when we was in the Assyrian captivity, we already had this language here. And with this language that we had, right, it was to the point where we made this to where it would appease the ones that had us in captivity. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to get into something tonight, right? Because, you know, I've been seeing some things online and things like that. There's this chart out here. You understand? I don't know if y'all can see it on my phone, right? But it goes into what we were talking about. Now, I don't want to erase this because the brother wrote this so goddamn eloquently. Like, he kind of got me with a jealous envy. The brother handwriting this to wild, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I want to show y'all this before I get into it. And we're going to start off with the characteristics, what we always do. I don't think y'all be able to see that. I don't know. It's kind of, yeah. It's a little minute, right? But as you see, right, we're going to be getting to what is called the proto-Sinaitic, right? Huh? What? The word? Proto-Sinaitic. Proto-Sinaitic, right? And why I want to get into that, right? Because we're gonna do some history tonight too. You understand? Because from my understanding, the Proto-Sinaitic was once the most earliest form of Hebrew writing, right? So we're gonna write some things down. You understand? Make sure you got your notes ready. You understand? We ain't did cahoots in a minute now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's time we do cahoots in the new school with the new students. You understand? Our sister Nashama, Sister Nashama, Salakia. You understand? I don't know if you ever seen us do cahoots in Fayetteville. You understand? But what we do is cahoots. You understand? The kids, the children can tell you here, they some beasts at it first off. You know what I mean? But it's a game that we play, right? Where it'll be where you can see the screen just like they'll see the screen. And it'll be a series of questions that I'll ask, you understand? And you get either points or bragging rights, or I might have a little prize this time. I don't know yet. You understand? Sister K be trying to break my pockets. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, you know what I mean? We gonna get into it. Yeah. They're right. Most High Christ. Absolutely. What did the sister say? You damn right, sis. Absolutely. We gonna always agree with that. So with that being said, right? Let's do it like this. Let me see. So what we're looking up is called, like I said, the proto, right? Let me get my phone out, make sure I'm spelling it right. Oh man, cause that word is so weird. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I said I ain't gonna hold you. See, one of them says proto-Semitic. We're gonna look up some words tonight, right? So if you look up the let me see, Psi Na Attic, all right? It says a script during the Middle Bronze Age So it says, let me see. Now I'm gonna just read some of this. You could just look up, let's see what Middle Bronze Age is real quick. It says the Bronze Age is a prehistoric period characterized by the widespread use of bronze for tools, weapons, and art, spanning roughly from 333 to 1200 BCE in the Near East and parts of Asia and Africa. Now y'all remember, right? You understand? We would be considered what? Asiatic, right? You understand? Africa and the later Europe. Key artistic developments include the creation of bronze sculptures, intricate jewelry, and decorative ritual vessels, particularly in the Shang dynasty of China and the Minoan and Mycenaean cultures of the Aegean. Art also flourished in the form of painted ceramics, I think, fresco murals, and megalithic art, reflecting societal structures, religious beliefs, and the lives of rulers. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So I'm gonna read the Proto-Sinaitic. It said the Proto-Sinaitic is a Middle Bronze Age writing system known for a small corpus of about 30 to 40 inscriptions and fragments from Serabit El Kedum and the Sinai Peninsula, as well as 2 inscriptions from the Wadi El Hol in Middle Egypt. Remember where we was at, y'all. You understand? We was in the land of Egypt. Now this gonna get even more deeper because I want y'all to understand there's a word here that it talks about. It talks about the Hyksos. We'll get a little history with y'all tonight, man. You understand that the Hyksos was known as the Israelites today. You understand? Now with the Hyksos, right? I'm gonna just type in who. I'm not asking her. So, it says the Hyksos were a Semitic speaking people from Western Asia. Remember what I just said now? I just said it was Asiatic, right? So the Hyksos, it says, were a Semitic speaking people from Western Asia. Now let me see if I can ask ChatGPT one more question, right? Well, not one more because I ain't asking one. Cap got me calling ChatGPT her. I just talked to ChatGPT. I never called ChatGPT a male or female. I just said ChatGPT. But now this is about start saying I talked to her. He kept saying her, and I'm like, what is Cap talking about? You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Slovakia. It's gonna all come together, y'all. Y'all probably like, where the hell is he going with this? I got you. All right. What region is Western Asia? Oh my God. Boy, and listen. Boy, look. Damn, man, Kevin ain't got the damn Western name, man. I need you to read this real quick, if you could. I'm gonna give you my mic. Hold up. Cause good night, bruh. We gotta ooh-wee. What is the one where say the earth shall help the woman? And the woman just, oh, there it is. There. Revelation 12.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Wow, give my brother a hand for that, man. You understand? And when I'm saying this is why it's so heavy, because the scripture is saying the earth has helped the woman. Who is the woman? The woman is Israel. You understand what I'm saying? And the point of what I'm saying is this. I'm just looking up these things and these key words. We got Semitic, right? We got Hyksos, which is from what Captain Qadash just brought out a while, or not even that long ago, at least this year. You understand? He was talking about the Hyksos being the Israelites, because some people were saying that the Hyksos wasn't the Israelites. I even just learned that we was Asiatic, right? So now, right, I just looked up and I asked ChatGPT, I said, what region is Western Asia in? It says Western Asia is a region that generally includes the western part of the continent of Asia, is sometimes referred to as, guess what? The Middle East. What was Christ at? The Middle East. They call them Middle Eastern out of what exactly? You understand? So I'm gonna put Middle East in the parentheses here. You understand? So we know, right? When it comes to, you understand, Western Asia is talking about the Middle East, right? It says it's sometimes referred to as the Middle East, although the term can vary based on political or cultural context, right? I like that. Okay, Chat GPT, helping the woman, right? Let's keep reading. You understand? Now, it did say we was in Middle Egypt. It says together with about 20 known Proto-Canaanite inscriptions. It is also known as early alphabetic. The earliest trace of alphabetic writing and the common ancestor of both the Hebrew and the ancient South Arabic script and the Phoenician alphabet. Now you think about it when it comes to Arabic, right? Arabic and Hebrew is kind of like cousins. That's why you understand we say shalom, they say shalom alaikum. You understand? But we say salami and bacon, salaki. You understand? Just the food with the Muslims. Anyway, and the Phoenician alphabet, which led to many modern day alphabets, including the Greek alphabet and subsequently the Latin alphabet. According to the theory, Israelites or Hyksos who spoke Canaanite language repurposed Egyptian hieroglyphs to construct a different script. Now, I'm telling y'all, like I said, I'm in the Wikipedia right now. If y'all want to know where I'm at, I just typed in Proto-Sinaitic, you understand, and it says the script, right? However, the discovery of the two Wadi el-Ho inscriptions near the Nile River, guess where one of the rivers was at? In the Bible. One of the Nile River, was it the Nile? It might have been a Nile, I don't know. You might correct me if I'm wrong. But it says, the evolution of Proto-Sinaitic and the small number of Proto-Canaanite inscriptions from the Bronze Age is based on rather scant. We're going to skip past that. All right, so other piece of information while I was reading. I would say the Hyksos were a Semitic-speaking people from Western Asia, right? Who became a ruling power in northern Egypt during the second intermediate period, rather than a foreign invaded horde. They were though they were historically portrayed as brutal outsiders, archaeological and genetic evidence suggests they were more likely an immigrant community. We fled into Africa. Hello. Potentially of nobles and traders from the Levant who rose to power by exploiting the declining authority of the weakening Middle Kingdom. Good night. What's on Christ?
You got Tim Abdul Azaim. I would have fucked Salaki. You're not from the Middle East. I am. I'm Arab. You Arab? What are you fussing about if you Arab? This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Ain't got
You're just
nothing to do
another
with
black
you.
culture vulture.
Right.
The Bible is black culture.
No, go ahead. Let
In typical black fashion, you're stealing culture just like you steal everything else. I think you got us confused with white people. We don't steal nothing. By the way, Jesus, Isa, was a Muslim. Yeah, he was, huh? It's funny how Muslims copied the Bible, right? And you trying to say, oh, Christ was a Muslim. Christ didn't beat women. You can handle that.
Christ didn't know nothing about no damn bushwhack.
At all.
You understand? And you Muslims is nothing but goddamn Christians any damn way. Drug dealers. You understand? Then y'all always tell us that the Bible, there's so many versions of the Bibles, but let's talk about that Birmingham Bible. You understand? And then Muslims, y'all conquered the Africans with the sword. You understand? What are we talking about here? Come on now.
And you Arabs, you 50 stinking Arabs, you understand? Y'all built slave ships for the oppressor to bring black people into America. You understand? Show me where it say Christ was an Arab.
Good night. All right, so it says, I said, what is the earliest form of Hebrew? It says the oldest form of Hebrew is known as the Archaic Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew, which dates to the early first millennium BCE, around the 10th century BCE. This is the earliest stratum of biblical Hebrew, and it is written form used the Phoenician-derived Paleo Hebrew alphabet, while the, what the hell is that? Qayafa Astrakhan from the 11th to 10th century BCE is the earliest known inscription in this script. It represents a pre-Hebrew stage of Proto-Canaanite script, which itself is a continuation of early writing systems, right? And that's what we're going to get ready to get into. So that was the picture that I was showing y'all, right? So this is how we're going to do it. Y'all give me a 1 in the chat, or 1 W in the chat if y'all got that written down. Because I'm going to need this whole board for this.
You're probably on the wrong screen. Don't say you're probably on the wrong site.
Oh, yeah, he probably on Facebook.
Yeah, he probably on something else.
All right. All right, we're getting some 1 W's, 1 West in here. Most High in Christ. I know my sister, Sister Juanita, like, Negro, what the world? This is not the question that I asked. Normally, look, when you ask the question, you got to get into it, the detail of it. So we just learned 2 things, though.
I like how he can't prove none of the stuff he's saying.
Right.
Hey, look, and here, the scriptures say prove all things. You understand? You can't just keep saying, oh, this person was a Muslim, this person was a Muslim. Prove it.
The only reason why they say people were, I didn't heard a Muslim say that people were Muslims before Muslims was even Muslims, because they said they submitted to God. That is the dumbest sugar honey iced tea I ever heard in my damn life.
It is dumb.
You understand?
Because if you know anything about scripture, you understand the Lord, who did the Lord choose?
The children of Israel. Isaac, not Ishmael.
Who did the Lord choose?
Right.
Exactly. You understand? The Lord gave you a blessing and sent you and your mother on your way.
Right.
You understand? He sent y'all on y'all way. He gave y'all a blessing. Take your blessing and get the hell on. You understand? This Bible is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This family business.
And the crazy thing, the funniest thing, what I just heard not General Muhammad, but General Hazayan say, he said that the first place that Muhammad prayed to was toward Jerusalem. So why the hell did he then change it to Mecca? You understand? What's funny to me is you damn Muslims always talking about the Quran came to correct the Bible, but all y'all do is quote out of the Bible. There is no lineage in the goddamn Quran. You understand? It tells you if the damn polytheists don't follow you, you can seize them and kill them. You understand? Then, if I'm not mistaken, your God had damn daughters, what, a lot and whatever the hell, man. Let's not get started on this Muslim mess. You understand? Y'all beat y'all women and all that. You know why people even think about being a damn Muslim? Very.
Filthy, disgusting people. The Bible is corrupt. Allah chose the seed of Israel. Yeah, we sure he did. Sure. How's the Bible corrupt? You just tried to quote the Bible. You literally just tried to say, "Oh, God chose." How you try to say it? Let me see. Abraham,
I bet you the Bible ain't corrupt. If you was to read Deuteronomy 18:18, they're gonna tell you that's Muhammad.
And now you talking about Allah chose the seed of Ishmael. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he chose the seed of Ishmael. If he chose the seed of Ishmael. If he chose the seed of Ishmael and y'all is the righteous, you understand? If I'm not mistaken, Arabs have some type of authority in this place. You understand? The Lord say that the children of Israel would never see their home again. You understand? He said we would never see our home. You have power in this earth. You understand? The Bible says that the children of Israel were going to go into slavery on ships. When did Eric go into slavery on ships? The Bible says that we have woolly hair. You understand? Don't nobody give a damn about you being angry. The hell with Allah. Allah could kiss a goddamn.
He can kiss a rock.
Yeah, Allah could kiss a rock. You guys are making me angry.
Right.
Go blow something up.
Right. That's all they're gonna do.
I'm really out of rock bar. Yeah. Hey, look, if you angry, what y'all need to do for real, what you need to do, man, is go ahead and pop this World War III off, bro. Go ahead and pop this thing off.
What you need to do is be worrying about what the hell happening in Palestine and Gaza. Why the hell you worrying about what's happening in Fayetteville, North Carolina? That's what you need to be worried about. Hell, stop worried about us. This is a black business. We ain't worried about you.
We're trying to free black people, man. You guys are making me angry. I'm leaving. Allah Kabak. And tell Muhammad to stop messing with little girls. You serve a filthy God. That's your Quran over there right now. The Arabs did have us as slaves.
Right, exactly.
They did have us as slaves.
All right, so let's get into the.
Ain't nobody worried about that, Arab. Just ignore them.
So this would be again what they call either the Phoenician or what they would say the Paleo Hebrew, right? What I'm writing now. Now remember, right? We're gonna kind of focus on this for a little bit. Not too, maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna say too long because but I wanna go into details about this, right? So remember, who can tell me the first character of Ah or the character of Ah? What is it, y'all? Ah, yes, but what is it? Like if it's Ah, then it's right. Allah, right? What's the next one? Since he yelled out the answer, it's Ba. You two are. It's Ba, and then what? Ba, and then what I always tell you to say. If I say the house of tent, who? By what? By Yath. So we got I, right? And I'm gonna just, like I said, I always write it like this. Right? And I'm gonna do that. Now, the proto-Sinaitic of these would be this. So we got the bull. Right? Got the bull. And you got Bayas. Right? Now I'm gonna show you two of now. This one here. All right, so this one here, right? Okay, maybe I can write it like this. So then we got this one is either bull or cow. All right. Then Bayath is house. Right? Gamal will be camel, right? And it looks like the way they got it is like it says a camel foot, which looks kind of like this. I don't know how this is a camel foot, but I guess. But when we do it, we just say camel. Is that hard to see what I'm writing in English, y'all? Y'all bear with me. All right, okay. So since it's difficult to see, all right. All right, we won't break this all the way down there. All right. So this is going to be the character here, right? We got the character here. And then, let me see how I want to write this, man. So then we got I.S.U.P.K, right? I'm gonna get it together, y'all. Just give me give me a second. Trying to piece this thing together. Starting to feel like that damn song. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a little bit taller. Good night. So these are the characters. We're gonna do it like this. We got the characters here, right? We're gonna draw a line. We're gonna draw a line here. Boom. All the way down. Yeah, I didn't draw in a straight line, so what? All right, so then from the character, we got the characteristic, right? Which is the characteristic would be I.S.U.P.K, right? Y'all follow me? I.S.U.P.K, Bayas, Gamal, Dalath, Hana. All right, so those are characteristics, right? And we're gonna draw another line. Bow, 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 bow. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now we got the proto-Sinaitic. Right? Which is this. Boom. Right? I ain't gonna lie, that picture you sent me, this fish is throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie. How about God? Duh. That's throwing me off all the way. But see, this one is different because I'm gonna do this one. I like this one better. So it's like this, like that, right? The Hana is like a man. The Wa is I'm gonna do it like this. It'll make more sense whenever y'all see what these things are called. So then we got the Za. The way they got it drawn is kind of like this, right? Look like a funky looking eye. Then we got Kama, right? If you think about Kama basically looks like Kama sideways, right? Now again, these are the proto-Sinaitic, right? I'm gonna draw another line. And these are the transliterations of it, right? Transliteration, right? So we know cow or bull. We know house, right? We know camel. Now, there's a reason why they say camel, like calling this a camel foot. This is door or entrance. This means behold. So if you think about it, right? The behold is kind of like, but now I know how also how Zahab explained it. The behold, when you look at it with the characters, it's kind of like whenever you would point, you would say behold, but you wouldn't. We don't point. We didn't point like this back in the day. We pointed like that. You understand? This one here is fish hook. So if you think about it, y'all, all we did, right? All we did really was just add one component to what we already knew. Well, two. Well, no, one, which is the proto-Sinaitic of the pictures of it, right? You got Zayana's weapon, and then Kalma is fence. Y'all get done writing this down. Give me a 1W. You understand? This is how we're gonna do it. So this is how we're gonna do it. Once y'all get done with it, just give me a 1W in the chat, so I know you got it. Okay, I see one W sister Lashawan. She fast with it, ain't she? We. Mm-hmm. Right. She said the Arabs also had us as slaves. Yeah, you ain't lying about that, sis. But you know what? We're gonna have them as slaves. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. This is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? Was that Psalms 58 and 5? It tells you who the saints is. The ones that made a covenant by blood. You understand? The Most High only made two covenants, and who were they with? Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. He ain't made no covenant with nobody else. I see some more 1Ws in here. All right, okay, Most High in Christ. So we're going to keep it flowing like that, right? So now we see you got which is I.L.O.P, meaning cow or bull. You understand, which looks like that. Ba was Bayath, which is house. You understand? Camel is Gamal, which is Ga, look like a camel foot. Da, which is the lock, like an opening. They call it an opening. You understand? In a blueprint, I think they kind of draw it like this a little bit, but it's kind of like in an angle. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know a little bit about something, you know. And the Hana, right? The Hana, like a man saying, behold, he's holding his hands up, behold. Or again, how he's pointing, you understand? Behold, right? Wah, which is a fish hook. You understand? You know how they had the dang on the staffs back in the day. You understand? When they get that fish, they catch it in the middle. If I'm correct, you understand? They catch that fish in the middle. You understand? Then you got a weapon. I do not know what the hell that is. Don't ask me. I'm not sure. But it says it's a weapon. So no sweat. Fence is Kalma. You understand? Which it looks kind of like a fence in a way. I think a ladder, me, to be personal, you know, be honest. But we're gonna go with fence. They say fence, you understand? So no sweat. Damn right we are the saints, sis. You're absolutely right. All right, so let's move on. I didn't know I was gonna have to be an artist tonight, y'all. I didn't even know. Ooh, y'all see my artistes. My artiste. All right. So we start that ha. All right. So next we got Tayakala. We got hold on. That's crazy how they got some of this written. All right, so we got Ta, which is Tana'a. Yad. Kop. Lamad. Mayum. Nawan. Damn, boy, Nawan Ya'ala would be a heavy name, sprout of the Lord. You know what I mean? Samak. Right. Ayan. And Pa. Right. And this in the Proto-Sinaitic is showing the same character for the Tanakh. So we're going to do the same thing for the Tanakh. That's what it's showing. It's called a basket. A basket. Yad is your hand. Yeah, that is not where I'm supposed to put that. Is your hand. And the way they got the yad is like this. I guess that look like a hand. I don't know. Oh, damn. I don't know what kind of hand that is. Cop, his palm. And the picture looks like Lamad is learn, right? I don't know if y'all ever seen what's the movie? Lion King with Rafiki, Hishpanana, whatever the hell he used to say, right? What did Rafiki used to do to the Lion King, or the Lion King whenever he wouldn't get it? Y'all remember? Exactly, yeah. Learn. Exactly. Right. Well, Eddie Griffin said it's something about pain teachers. Yeah. Word up. And that's what this is a staff. Right. It's a staff. Mayum, right? We should all know what Mayum is, right? Water, right, exactly. So you can guess it. Like he said, it looks like water, kind of like the waves. You understand? Ooh. Okay, I see. Oh, y'all make sure y'all get these notes, because I'm gonna be forming some words with this Proto-Sinaitic. We're gonna go back. You know what I mean? We're gonna form some words with it, right? Because think about it, right? Just for it, like for sugar, honey, iced tea, and giggles, right? Think about right this. Who can tell me what this would be? What y'all think that would be? Now, Pete, this is how we used to write our language. What? Oh, they just said it, that one.
Mayamya. Mayamya. Mayaya. Mayam. Mayam.
Mayum, absolutely, right? Because you got the ma, right? The ma. It would be no different than this if we did ma, right? Ya, ma, yum, or if we did the no different. All three are the same exact thing, right? All the same. Most High in Christ. All right, bet. Yeah, I'm right. Most High in Christ. All right. So we do water, right? Well, of course, you know, Mayum is a irregular plural, so it could be waters as well. Like my wife got me some good waters for class tonight. Nawan, it's a sprouts. Now they got this, it says like a seed, like so it will look kind of like this. And what comes from a sprout, what normally goes into the ground is a seed. And what does a seed do? It sprouts, right? It sprouts out. Samak is established. I ain't gonna lie, that junk look like a damn power line to me, man. That's just me though. Ayun is I. Paw is mouth. So when y'all get done writing this, y'all give me another 1W, Baba Kasha. Then I'm gonna form me another word after I write the rest of these characters down. We're gonna see who in the class with me tonight. If y'all, like I say, y'all got any questions or anything, man, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. This is class, man. CLASS. Sister Nashama is on it, boy. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. And see, man, like, a lot of people be trying to make it seem like we crazy, right? But look, again, that's why I say the earth shall help the woman, man. Everything you see is right there. All them characters that I'm drawing, man. You understand? Ooh, my right hand itching. Uh-oh. All right, we good. We got these down, all right? Let's get these last few. Like it's amazing, really, how far our language goes back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was even reading like in the Exodus. You understand? Maria, she she read the whole book of Exodus. So I said I ain't about to let her outdo me. You know what I mean? So I was at the slave and I had the audio going, right? And I was hearing when the Most High and the Lord was referring to, you know, the children of Israel. He would call them the Hebrews, right? Or we say the God of the Hebrews, right? You understand? I thought that was heavy because it's like, again, why would we even call Hebrews if that's not a language that we spoke? You understand? And it even shows you how the history, what we talk about, it lines up. Because again, like we said, they were called the Hyksos during the time of what? The Bronze Ages. You understand? Or the Middle Ages, which where we was at in Western Asia, which Western Asia would be what? The Middle East. You understand what I'm saying? So even when brothers be like, I'm Asiatic land of Morocco, that sugar honey ice, he be pissing me the hell off because all they talk about is being a Muslim or whatever. Then they always got that B-E-Y name, Bay, oh my Bay, or what the hell is that? Anyway, you understand? It just shows you that this was our people during that time, right? All right, so what was the last one we just stopped off? What was it? Who? What's the last one I just left off? Hold on, I got it now. Pa. So we got Tazah. Now Tazah looked like it had an extra leg on it, boy. That wasn't right. All right, Tazah. And we got Qua. Ra. Shah. And Tha. The Tazah, remember we did this before, y'all. Right? Tazah is what? Tazad. Kawash. Ra'ash. Shun. And Thaw. We got Mark, right? Which X marks the spot. We got teeth. Then we got head. We got snare or trap. And then we got side. Right? Now remember, this is how we did the side, right? It's like a man laying on his side. All right.
I can't hear you. Yeah, because you stood up and made me hear you.
I want y'all to see this trap. Look at that. What that trap look like? Let me see if I can turn it this way. What that trap look like? Y'all see it? Huh? But what character do it look like? Go ahead. The choir. You see it? See how it's drawn? I know my hand, like my hand a little shaky. But they say, whoa, shaky. Y'all watch Wildin' Out. But yeah, I was just wanting to show that, you know what I mean? It's a lot. Just to show you, man, how like, you know, us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We use the resources around us to create things. You think about it, don't we do that today?
Definitely do that.
You know what I'm saying? I never knew you could use a damn burning barrel as a goddamn grill. Like, what? And the best food cooked out of that damn thing, too. You hear me? What? A smoker? You know what I mean? Like, man, listen. Good night, man. Oh, look, what Captain Zaria said, always what a great time to be an Israelite. You know what I mean? Or even see, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be? Could you be my neighbor? All right, so we got Ra'ash, which is here, right? Now, y'all bear with me on this because good night. The way this joint drawn, I ain't, like I said, I ain't no great artist, right? Kind of look like that. I think it's as good as it's gonna be today, damn it. Sean is teeth. That T, right? All right, so once y'all give me a 1W on this, right, I'm gonna give y'all a couple words in the proto-Sinaitic, right? Want y'all to tell me what days is. Like I said, once I start getting my 1Ws in the chat, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of words before we get up out of here. All right, so we should be good. All right. All right. First word. First order of business. Not business, business. BIDNES. S. And then what what's the man name? He said he's standing on business. So now we know we're doing it from right to left. All right. So the first one. That's the first one, all right? Let me see. What's another one I could do? Bobbity bobbity. And I would Jim Muhammad say bobbity bobbity.
What do you say?
Yeah. Bobbity bobbity. And last but not least, yeah. Get them head, they get them brains crinkle, crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle. Huh? You got some? What you about to say? Write it? Oh, you waiting to see? Oh. What y'all got online? What you got? Sis said, Shalom, Israel. I'm up out of here. Sis said, I'm up out of here. Shalom, Israel. Hebrew is always written from right to left. So you talking about what I got here? Right. I had the characteristics, the characteristics. Sheesh. The characteristics, the proto-Sinaitic, and then the transliteration. So I want you to tell me if you could tell me both. But hear me out. Don't do me like that. I want you to translate this with the characters of what it is. Right? Go ahead, sis. Say it again. YAHANNA. Give her a hand. YAHANNA. So you got the Yah, Let's write it right here. And I'm gonna write it, you know, there. But Yah, Ha, Wa, Sha, I, right? But now we know when we write it, it's Yah, Ha, Wa, Shai. Da wa da, damn right. Damn right. Y'all gonna let her get them all. Da, wa, da. You understand what you know is what? David? This is Christ. Or we're going to say Jesus because there's another word for Christ, right? Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I don't. No, I ain't going to do that. That'll be something, though. It'll be like Ma, Sha, God damn. All right, now I'm about to get crucial with this already. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Go ahead. What you got the last one? Shalom. Damn right. Shalom. That's right. Shalom. Right? Which means peace. Right? And see, this is why, like I said, it's so heavy too. Now, again, this is Ma Shayat, right? Ma Sha Mashiach, Salakia. Mashiach, right? Which means Christ. Or anointed. Right? Now remember what we talked about, right? This Shah is what? Shun, which is teeth. Right? This La, right, is Lamad or learn. Right? And the Mayam, which is water, right? Now remember what we talked about when it comes to shalom, right? The word shalom means peace. It encompasses peace. So I say shalom, right? We got three characters in here. We got the Shah, the La, and the Ma. The shun is teeth, right? So when we think about the word shalom, right, it's like a learning process. Each character has their own meaning to it, but when you form them together, they form a whole word. So shalom, right? When we think about, damn, I said teeth, not teeth. I thought it said teeth. I did say teeth, yeah, but I spelled it T-E-T. Right, the damn H. Tripping. So with that being said, you understand? So we got shun. So when we think about shun, you think about like teeth when they talk about gnashing of teeth, like causing hell, causing ruckus, going through hell. You understand? Like you got to go through something, right? With you going through something, what is the next thing with you going through something that happens? Think about it. It's in the character. It's in the name.
She said she thought the second one was Dawadah.
It is. The second one is Dawadah, sis.
Which one you got mixed up with, Maya?
Who?
She said she thought the second. She said Dawadah is the second one.
Yeah, Dawadah is the second one, sis.
She said Salaki, I got mixed up. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. She probably thought that Kalamah was this one. And I can see how she got that because that in a sense, if you turn it this way, it looks like a Ka character. But it's not. It's Shah. Because think about it like this, sis. The Shah, with it written like this in the Proto-Sinaitic, right? That's how it also looks in the ancient. It looks like this, right? And then in the Assyrian, it looks like this. So if you notice, because you think about it, we are the same ones that created this to this to this, right? We just had to create it and change it to appease to the other nations. Like, so the Assyrians, you understand? I think it was in the scripture, it says, don't talk to us in your language, talk to us in the Syrian language. You understand? So we had to speak to them in a certain way so that they could understand. So we had to create the Assyrian. I think also Hazahab always called the Assyrian the Kum language, because that language was created just so it could appease to the other nations, right? So even like I said with the Shah, ain't nobody answered my question yet. With the Shah, when you go through something, what happens when you go through something, y'all? What is it called? The lesson that you what? Thank you. Learn is the next thing, which is lamad, right? Once you've learned these things, normally, you're supposed to be, normally, you become calm as the water. And now you have what? Now you got what, y'all? Thank you. Peace. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? So these are how some of these words are formed when it comes to that, right? So Sister Maya, Saki got mixed. Okay, I think so. She was saying she got mixed up with that. All right. Yeah, come. Did y'all have any questions or anything like that before we go?
Hey, Sister Maya.
You got any questions, Sister Juanita? You sure? All right. So a lot of these characters too, you understand? We'll go over that next week. I ain't gonna get into that. You understand? That's fine, sis. You understand? We're gonna get into it some more. You understand? Because I want us to get familiar with this Proto-Sinaitic as well as, because you think about it, like on the hieroglyphs, this was written on the hieroglyphs. Like this is what you see. You didn't see the characters of what we normally would write. You understand? Today, you seen those, the other ones. You understand? But if we ain't got no questions, you understand, in the room or on the chat, I'm gonna pass the class off to priest and officers, thousands, officers, security, and officers. Clap it up.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'ashra means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Get a church department or teacher. It's like priest fund free will offer for a priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We got the Day of Atonement, the 10th day of the 7th month. That's Tuesday, the 30th of September. You can read about that in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 27 through 32. You understand? No food, no water, 24 hours, man. You understand? If you're able to do the Day of Atonement, definitely do the Day of Atonement. Afflict your soul, man. Show the Lord that you understand that you deserve him to be with you, man. You understand? You have to do that. You understand? Convince the Lord to be with you on that day and every other day. You understand? If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing boots. Start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. With that, a model, which means to stand. Sisters, be seated. Men of Israel are going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Man Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah. Yahweh hands down. Sorry, turn the face to sister. Sisters, Amadim. Put over the food. You know you moved that cooler behind me. I'm gonna broke my leg. Man of Israel gonna render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Man of Israel, Man Shabbat, Madim, Barak, Yahweh from Barak, by him. Yahweh down, Smith. I'm gonna broke my leg. Yeah, not know that cooler behind me. Nah, I didn't know it back there.